Hi, this is Mitchell Watts, and today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to use the MyFord Touch system. Now keep in mind this particular vehicle that we're using is a 2013 Ford F350 Super Duty, but this will be a tutorial that can be applied to other different vehicles and other different models as well. So the buttons may look a little bit different, but for the most part the system will operate almost the exact same. So this video will be a little bit lengthy, but what we're going to do is I'm going to break up the video and have different links, annotations on the left hand side of the video that you see right here, and you will be able to click and look at different topics on the MyFord Touch to break it up and make it a little more interesting and exactly what you want to know about. So take a look at those links right here and skip to whatever part of the video you'd like to take a look at, but this video will be all encompassing. We'll show you most of how to use the entire MyFord Touch system. So without further ado, the first topic that we're going to talk about today is going to be adding a phone. So as you can see, this system is brand new. We haven't paired up a phone to it at all yet. And when you do that, when you're on the home button right here, you'll notice that there's a link right here. Just click on that for add a phone.
Search for sync on your device and select sync once it is found.
Now every phone's a little bit different, but I happen to be using an iPhone 5 and I'll show you how to use that. Now keep in mind your Bluetooth settings will be typically either under the settings or under the connectivity tab of your phone. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn my phone on, and as you can see right there, I don't know if this is focusing very well, but on the iPhone it looks like a little set of gears. Just click on that. And then from here you have lots of different menus, different options. You want to click on Bluetooth that you see right there. And when you click on Bluetooth on the iPhone, it'll automatically start searching for a Bluetooth set. Now you'll notice there's a pin right there. Depending on what kind of phone you have, you may have to type that pin number in. But oh, it looks like my phone has found that sync system, so I'm going to just go ahead and tap on the sync system. And you will notice that it'll automatically try and pair up. You don't really have to do much else. So once you've tapped on that sync system, it can take a few minutes to pair up for that very first time. But once you've done that, it's very, very seamless on how it does that.
Confirm that the pin displayed on sync matches the pin displayed on your device.
So what you're looking for is that pin number right there, and make sure that it matches up to that pin number right there. And it looks like it does, so I'm going to hit pair. And I'm also going to hit pair right there. And you'll notice that it automatically shows that my phone is connected on the phone.
Please stay alert to changing road conditions and use Sync's voice activated features while your vehicle is in motion.
And it asks me, do I want to go ahead and set the phone book download to on? You want to click yes. It's asking me if I want to save this as my voicemail number. You just hit OK. Now I have already paired this vehicle to another up to another phone rather, and when I did that for the very first time, it asked me, do you want to turn 911 assist on? If you see that screen, you always want to turn the 911 assist on. That is a free feature that you'll never have to pay for. And what happens is if you're in a vehicle, if you're in the vehicle with the phone paired up, it'll automatically call 911, heaven forbid you're in an accident. And all you have to do is make sure that you're in the car with a paired phone up and make sure that feature's turned on. Your sales consultant should automatically pair your phone up and do everything that we're talking about here at the time of delivery, but this is a great tutorial just in case you get a new phone or if for some reason the sync system pair loses. So that takes care of that. So we'll go ahead and click on the home icon, take you back to the home menu. And now what we'll do is we'll go to the right to the next topic. The next topic that I want to discuss with you is the basic layout of how the MyFord Touch system looks like and basically how it operates. Okay? So without further ado, you'll see that you have 4 different quadrants. You have a phone quadrant, you have a navigation or a services quadrant depending on how your vehicle is equipped, you have a climate quadrant, and you have an entertainment quadrant. It's pretty simple how that works. In any case you want to access any of the information, you would just tap on the bar that you see here. On each one, you want to tap on one of the color coordinated bars. Anytime you are in any menu that you're not familiar with and you want to just go back to the home screen, you just click on home and it'll take you back to this screen that you see here. If you want to access the settings on the system, it's pretty simple. Just click on the gear for settings, and your vehicle may or may not have this eye right here. If your vehicle is equipped with navigation system, you will see that eye. If your vehicle is not, it'll be equipped with the sync services, and you'll not have that eye there, and I'll show you how you can do that later on. So that is the basic layout of how the screen looks. And you'll also notice that the buttons may look a little bit different on the radio and on the physical buttons of the radio and on the climate control. Now, the last portion of the layout of the MyFord Touch that I wanted to go over with you is the steering wheel controls. This is definitely a part of the MyFord Touch. As you can see, you have a voice button right here. That particular button, that guy that's talking right there, that button, will voice activate and voice control that entire MyFord Touch system that you see right there. That media button will change. If you tap that, it'll change you from your Sirius satellite radio to your CD player to your AM FM to Bluetooth audio, all different types of media that you can listen to. That's what that button does. The seek button's pretty self-explanatory. It changes your channel from left to right, seeks up and seeks down. You have your volume button. It's pretty self-explanatory. Turns your volume up and down. And you have your phone button right here. This phone button is exactly what it sounds like. It does exactly what it does. If someone is calling you when you have a paired phone up in the vehicle, it will ring and it will show you who's calling on the screen. If you wanted to answer it, you would just tap that button right there, and it'll answer the phone call for you. If someone is calling you and you don't want to talk to them, you can click and hold that button for 3 seconds or more, and it'll automatically send them to your voicemail, no questions asked. The other benefit of this little phone button right here is if you're talking to someone on the phone and you're ready to hang up with them, you can click that button and hold it for 3 seconds, and it will end the call as well. So just a quick recap on the phone button. You tap to answer, you click and hold to either end the call or to reject the call, either one. And so that is the basic layout of the MyFord Touch system. Alright, so now the next topic that I'd like to go over with you, we're going to concentrate on the entertainment portion that you see right here. Now you'll see that we've got redundant buttons right there. Those buttons are your presets that you can access right there from the home screen. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on the bar, the red bar at the bottom, and it pulls up the entertainment system. You'll notice on the left hand side you have all of your options of the different choices that you can do. You can go from AM to FM, Sirius, CD player, USB, so on and so on. Now I'm actually listening to my Sirius satellite radio right now. I want to turn up the volume. And so that will obviously turn the volume up and down. But one of the things that I wanted to show you about the Sirius satellite radio is a really neat feature that's called replay. If you tap on that, you will notice that a bar comes up where you can pause and rewind live Sirius satellite radio, which is a really nice feature if you're on a long test drive or a long drive to the beach or to the mountains or wherever you're going. So once again, just pause the music, it'll play it, and you can even rewind it. Back it up even more. Serious. And so you can see, you can back up, you can pause and rewind live Sirius satellite radio, and you can even go all the way forward back into live music, or you can just tap in replay again and it brings you back live to whatever music you're listening to. Pretty neat stuff. Alright, so now let's say you wanted to change your presets. It's pretty simple. All you do is find the station you want to save, and just like in the old vehicles with the actual physical buttons, just click and hold on your preset. You see how it said preset saved, and you notice it changed the name on the button as well. So let's say the next station I want to do Octane. It's pretty simple. You can either go right here to Direct Tune and type in the number of the station you want to listen to. I'm just guessing, but let's just try 37 and enter. I don't know what stay. Okay, so apparently this is Octane, and you want to go ahead and save this station. Just go over here to your presets, click presets, so it shows your presets again. Click and hold, and it will save your presets. Pretty simple. Simple how to do that. Now the good news is the AM and the FM and the Sirius, they all work the same way with your presets. So tap on your FM, and let's say you wanted to save 99.5, you can just click and hold, and you notice it changes your preset there as well. So it works the exact same way. This particular vehicle is equipped with HD radio on the FM dial, and I'm not going to get into the AM, but it works the exact same way there. Alright, and so I've shown you AM, FM, Sirius, CD. I've not shown you the CD, but it's pretty simple. You just slide your CD right there. You'll notice that it's lit on either side so you can see it at nighttime. You won't worry about missing the CD player. You'll know exactly where it is. Alright, and so what we'll do next, the USB portion, as you see right there, if you have an iPhone or an iPod, you can, up here, open this up, and you have a USB connection. I don't know how well you can see that, but you have two USB connections right there. You can plug your iPhone in, and you can voice activate all of the music using the cord right there. To access that, you just go to USB. Now, I want to do something that's probably a little bit more fun. I want to show you the next feature. When you go down right here, you have a couple of more. You have an SD card. You'll notice in that top drawer that I just looked in, there's also an SD card reader that you can go into, and you can actually play your music that you have saved on your SD card. So pretty cool stuff there. And so the next thing that I want to show you is pretty neat here. You can go in and you can actually voice activate all of your songs. You can actually go in and play all of your music through your Bluetooth audio. And the way to do that is actually pretty simple. I'm trying to find some songs that you guys may or may not like. And in fact, it looks like I don't have very many songs, but all you have to do is go over here to the voice activation button and say Bluetooth audio, or you can click on that link right there that looks like the little Bluetooth logo.
For your safety, please stay alert to changing road conditions and use Sync's voice-activated features while your vehicle is in motion.
And what will happen is it will automatically start playing the song that I have on my iPhone. What if I fell to the floor? And as you can see, this is 100% wire-free. This is Bluetooth streaming audio. And I know you can't hear it that well because it's taking a video of the audio, but the quality of the audio doing the Bluetooth streaming audio is just as good as a CD, if not better, in my opinion. Now here's the nice part. You can obviously change the song by hitting the next on the phone, but you also have the ability to change it right here. And once again, you can play all of your music right there. It's pretty simple. Just hit next, hit next, hit next. Now you can also do this with your Pandora radio. So a lot of people have Pandora radio. You can actually go right there into your Pandora radio. And as you can see, it will play your Pandora radio streaming audio right from your phone into the vehicle, all without any wires. It's an amazing technology that I've really grown accustomed to, and I don't know that I'd want to deal without it. So I wanted to make sure to show you how to do that. Once again, to access the Bluetooth audio, you'd press this button right here and say Bluetooth audio, or you can tap it right there on that menu. So you have a couple different ways that you can access that. So let's say you wanted to switch them back and forth, but you really don't need to be touching the screen while you're driving. It's pretty simple how to change that. Right now we're listening to FM. Let's say I wanted to listen to Sirius. To do it voice activated, you just press that button.
Please say a command.
Sirius.
Sirius, say a station name or number.
Hits 1.
Say a line number, or say none of those.
1.
Tuning to hits 1.
And it'll automatically change it back to hits 1. Now let's say, once again, I want to go back to FM. I'm getting sick of the song that's on Sirius Satellite Radio. You want to change it, but you're in driving traffic. You don't need to be using the screen. Once again, hit that same voice button.
Please say a command.
Radio.
Radio. Say a frequency or preset.
104.7.
Tuning to FM 104.7.
It's that easy. It'll automatically swap it back and forth. So if you wanted to access the AM or FM, you'd press that button right there and say radio. If you wanted to access Sirius, you'd press that button and say Sirius, and then you can say the station name or the number, either one. You can also hit that button right there.
Please say a command.
Bluetooth audio.
Bluetooth audio. Say a command.
Play. And it'll automatically swap you back to the Bluetooth audio that you have right there, which I happen to be streaming Pandora, or it can be music that you've saved on your phone, either one. And let's just turn it up. And there you go. It's that easy, and it's absolutely amazing. I love that Bluetooth feature on the MyFord Touch. So once again, I just kind of want to do a quick recap. You do have all of the buttons. Once you hit into this toolbar right here, you have all of your options right here on the side. So pretty simple how to do that right there. Alright, the next topic that we're going to talk about is actually the phone icon that you see up here. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and access the phone button. Before we do that, we'll click on the home button right here. And let's get started. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is the phone menu and how you can access all of your phone contacts on the screen or wirelessly with your voice using that button right there. So it's pretty simple. If you wanted to access in on the screen, just tap on the bar up here and it pulls up and you have all of your different commands, the main commands, the menu on the left hand side. You have a couple of options and buttons around here on the bottom, and then you have your main content right here, which on this page happens to be the dialing the phone number. So you can just dial a number right here and then hit dial, and it'll automatically place that phone call using my phone.
Town and Country Ford, how may I direct your call?
Hey, Miss Vanjie, it's Mitchell. We're just testing out the sync system.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome.
Bye-bye. And then you can click and hold that phone button for 3 seconds or more, or you can tap the end button here on the screen. Either one will do the same job. So it's pretty simple how to do that. Now, if you wanted to, instead of typing this number, you can hit the voice button right here.
Please say a command.
Dial.
Start saying a phone number.
205-491-0000.
205-491-0000. Say dial, delete, or continue speaking the digits.
Dial. So she's not very good at
dialing.
She's not very good at enunciating the zeros, but she gets the point across every single time on how to operate the system. Now, my receptionist is probably going to get a little annoyed with me keep calling her, so we're going to go ahead and end that phone call. But I just wanted to show you, you can do it with the screen, or you can do it with the voice button right here. Now, the next thing I want to show you is on the quick dial is exactly what it sounds like. You can set up a set number of quick dial numbers here, kind of like the favorites menu on your phone if you've got like an iPhone or a couple other phones have got favorite buttons. This is like a speed dial for you. Now, the next one is the phone book. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can sort and sift through your entire phone book list. Let's say you wanted to talk to a guy named Kyle. So you would type the G through L, and then you tap it again, and it goes from the G's to the H's. Tap it again, and it goes to the I's. Tap it again, and it goes to the J, and then you can see the K right there. Then you can just arrow down a couple until you find the Kyle saying that which I went too far, but you can see how to navigate the phone book. Let's say you wanted to pull it up and you click on Lemetric, it pulls up all of the contacts information, the phone number, the email address, whatever information you have in there. You can either hit dial, you can look at options and set that person as the quick dial. That's how you set the quick dial numbers up. We'll go back. So I just wanted to show you how to access the phone book. You can look at the history and you can actually see who you've been making phone calls to. The same exact thing that you have on the phone. Let's say if you go into the phone menu and you go to recent, you can actually see how it's basically pulling this same information you have here and it's pulling it up on the screen so you don't have to sort and sift through your phone. And you can even narrow it down to looking at your incoming calls, your outgoing, and then even your missed phone calls as well, which is pretty neat. It's great for organization. Now this last feature, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because a lot of phones out there are not caught up on this technology yet, but this is a messaging feature where you can actually look, send, and receive text messages using your voice in the MyFord Touch system. My iPhone 5 at the time doesn't even support this feature, and it's one of the more up-to-date phones out there, but Windows-based phones typically have this feature already built in, since that is it's a Microsoft technology, and this system is actually designed by Microsoft as well, so that's why I don't have that. But you also have the ability to click on the settings right here, and then you can fine-tune all of your settings inside the phone menu. So that, in a nutshell, is how to operate the phone system. The one last thing is I want to show you how to voice activate a phone contact. Hit that voice button right there.
Please say a command.
Call Kyle Sane.
Calling Kyle Sane on cell.
Now, I don't actually want to call Kyle because I think he's busy right now, but that's all you have to do. Just hit that voice button and say call and then the contact. Make sure to say the contact exactly how you have them saved in your contact list, because the system, this MyFord Touch system, is getting the information directly out of the phone book and how you have it saved in your phone. So make sure to say it exactly how you have it saved in there. And just a word of housekeeping, make sure you don't have all of your contacts saved with all capital letters, because if you do, the sync system will think that it's an acronym and you'll have to spell it out. Let's say you had Kyle in there with all caps. Instead of saying call Kyle Sane, you'd have to say call K-Y-L-E. So just to make sure you have proper grammar or proper capitalization on each one of the contacts inside your phone book. So that takes care of the phone book. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the climate control feature. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. Just click on the home button. And now that we're going to talk about the climate control feature, we're just going to click on climate, and that'll enable you to adjust everything on the climate. Now you'll notice that most of the climate control features are available on a hard button, as you can see right here. Now the buttons will look a little bit different depending on what vehicle you're talking about and what vehicle you own, but you'll see you do have most of your climate control features right there, but you also have them on screen. Now, some of the features that you may or may not have, depending on the vehicle again, you may not have the buttons for your heated and cooled seats if your vehicle is equipped with it. They will be on the actual screen. And so, as you can see right here, if you wanted to turn the heated seats or the AC seats on for the passenger side, or the AC and the heated seats for the driver, that's how you would do that. Okay? Now, if you want to open up your climate control, just click Climate, and you have all of your customization for your climate available to you on screen. You have My Temperature. That is where you can click and hold and save your favorite temperature. As you can see, it's stored my favorite temperature. Now when someone goes in and messes up my temperature, you can just click My Temp and it'll automatically adjust it back to what your favorite temperature is. Pretty simple, pretty easy to do stuff there. You can adjust where the fan is blowing on your face, your feet, that kind of thing. You can adjust the fan speed, you can adjust the heated and cooled seats, and the passenger temp as well. You'll notice that the dual is turned off. You can turn that on, and then you can have the ability to adjust the temperature separate of what the driver is. I'm going to turn that off because I want the whole cab to be set at a nice 72, 73 degrees, something like that. Notice that automatic is already selected. And that means that the fan is going to blow at the proper temperature to keep it comfortable, just like in your house, the central heating and air. And then you have the obvious max AC, the recycling the air, the AC, the rear defrost, and the defrost, all that kind of fun stuff. So the climate control feature is pretty simple to use. Just wanted to show you how to use that. And so the next thing that we will go over is the navigation system. We're going to split this up into two different videos. I'm going to have to, the navigation system is, you have two different versions of the navigation system. This particular vehicle is equipped with the optional navigation system where you can see yourself on a map. And so what we'll do is that video will have two different parts to it. If your vehicle is not equipped with the navigation system, this next portion right after that is going to be applicable to you, which is the sync services. Now, you need to see your sales consultant for more details, but with a new vehicle purchase, you may be entitled up to 3 years of sync services. So just ask your sales consultant. They can clarify that for you, because there's a couple different rules and regulations on how that works. And if you bought your vehicle pre-owned, then you will be able to have the option to purchase those services. So without further ado, what we'll do is we'll go back to the home menu and show you how to access the navigation system right there. Alright, so for the next lesson that we're going to cover is going to be on the navigation system, which is up in this top right-hand quadrant right here. Now, this is an optional feature. Not every vehicle with MyFord Touch has this option. This is an optional upgrade, the navigation system. Alright, so to operate the navigation system, when you purchase your vehicle, if you purchased it new, you should get a packet that looks like this. This is your map card. This is an SD card that you can see. It comes with a nice little carrying case. And then here is a little memory card. This happens to be the 4th version of this, but you might see A3, A4, just depending on which vehicle you purchase. So just take this SD memory card and you want to slide it into the MyFord Touch system. Now, once again, this vehicle is a 2013 F350, and your SD card slot might be located in a different position, but this one happens to be located up here. If you press this button, open it up, you have a storage compartment, but you have the USB functions right there. This is your SD card slot, so you just take it and slide it right into your USB, and you push it all the way in. Now, once you've pushed it in, it'll tell you that it is trying to read that SD card up here, and it takes it a few minutes to refresh the screen. But once it's plugged in for that first time, you might want to always leave that card in there, because that is a very expensive card to replace. I'm not sure of the exact dollar amount, but it is very expensive. So make sure that you do not lose that. Alright, so once you have the map card in the SD card format, what you want to do is you want to take it and plug it into the SD card reader. Once again, this one's located right here. Your vehicle may be located a little bit different of a location, but just push it in. You'll hear it click in, and it'll kind of save it right there. Then what it'll say right here is it'll say navigation loading. Once it's loaded, you'll be able to access the navigation system. We'll go ahead and shut that, just kind of keep it clean so you can see. And it looks like everything is good. It looks like the SD card navigation is now available. Routes for turn-by-turn will be canceled. So now what you can do is click up here in the navigation bar, and the very first thing that pops up is the navigation map. It shows you exactly where you are. And so a little bit of housekeeping rules. You have a red arrow that you see right there. That red arrow adjusts how you view yourself on the map. So you tap it, and you'll notice it turned it into a 3D bird's eye view where you're following the vehicle or following the arrow that you see right here. You tap it again, and it will put it to where north is always up. As you can see, there's an N facing up. Tap it again, and it takes you to the wherever you're facing is up, but it's the 2D map. So most of my clients prefer this 3D bird's eye view, and you can zoom in and zoom out. It's pretty self-explanatory. Zoom in, zoom out, tells you how far out or how far in you are. That is typically where most people enjoy it, but you can have that ability to change that. You can also hit view, and what that does is that will give you a split screen so you can have the map, and then you can find all of the points of interest. That's what that POI stands for, points of interest that's coming up on an exit that you're driving on, things like that. Or if you've actually got a destination set up, it will show you the turn-by-turn list of turns that you'll have to make coming up here in the near future. So that is how you kind of just navigate the map function of the navigation. Now I'm going to go in depth on how to set directions. There's two ways you can do it. You can do it on the screen if you're stopped and not moving, or you can do it with your voice even while you're driving, which is a great feature. So once you're in the map, so once again I'm going to go back to the home screen so you can follow me how I got here. On the home screen, just click on navigation. You've got your map. From here, to set a destination by typing it, you want to click on DEST for destination. Then here comes a list of all of the different options you can use to get destination, basically get a direction to a destination rather. You can set up a home address, and since this is a brand new vehicle, I've not done that, but you can save your home address. You can save favorite addresses. You can look at the destinations you've previously gone to. Points of interest, also known as POI. You have emergency, street address, intersection, city center, and map. So you have lots of different information there. The most commonly used one would be a street address. So they would just click on street address right here. And you'll notice you want to look at which one is highlighted. You have the street number, the street name, the city, and the state. You always want to make sure you're looking at which one you've got highlighted. So the first thing it's asking you for is the city. So let's say we want directions to our sister store in Pell City. So you would type in Pell City. And notice that it's a smart keyboard, so it automatically highlights the letters that are available. And, oh, look, there you go. It automatically put in the rest of the word for me, so it knows we're going to Pell City, Alabama. We want the street name first, and so the name is Martin Street North. Space Street North. And so it automatically puts it in there. Then it asks you for the street number. And so the address is 1101 Martin Street North. So you just type in 1101 and then hit go right there. It will show you a preview of exactly where you're going, and you have 3 different options down here at the bottom. You can set that as your destination, which means that you will get directions on how to get there. You can set that as a waypoint. Now what that is let's say you wanted to stop by this address on your way to New York City. The waypoint would be a stop on your way to your final destination. And then save to your favorites is exactly what it sounds like. You can save that to your favorite addresses so that way you can access it quicker without having to have the address memorized on a frequent basis. We'll just click Set as Destination. It'll compute your route.
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving.
And it will automatically
proceed to the highlighted route, and then the route guidance will start.
Sorry, I wanted you to hear what she was talking about. But basically right here it tells you this right here, the new traffic incident, that is a feature of the Sirius Travel Link. That is a 6-month subscription that you get free. It is a separate subscription from your Sirius satellite radio. So if you want this, you have the ability to extend that after the 6 months. It is a separate, so a lot of people get confused that, well, I know it's a Sirius traffic link, and you also have Sirius satellite radio. They are 2 different subscriptions that you have the ability to choose from. So make sure that if you want to continue this, you understand that it's not just the extending the satellite radio will fix that. So, but right here it tells you there's a traffic incident. Looks like there's long-term roadworks. If there was a reported accident, then it should pull up here as well. It does lots of different things, and it can also give you the details of it. You can avoid that traffic incident, and you can just ignore it and say, you know what, I'm going to take my risk. I'm going to go that way anyways. So we'll take a look at the details and see exactly what's going on with the Okay, so it looks like right there on I-20, looks like Cook Spring exit 152, you have long-term road works. If you wanted to, you can just hit avoid and it will reroute your directions around that traffic incident, or you can just click the back arrow just to go back to where we were. Now you'll notice that the green arrows, or the green lines that are highlighted, that is your directions on how to get there. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to take it a quick spin so you can kind of see how that navigation system works as you start driving. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in drive. And we're not going to go far. I just want you to be able to see exactly how that works. So as you can see, the map turns with you as the truck turns, or the car, whichever vehicle that you purchased.
Turn left onto Ford Parkway.
And so you saw there that it does give you a split screen when you come up to a turn. As you can see, it highlights the turn, but it also will highlight your overall view right here. So you have the ability to do either one. And so it's pretty neat stuff that you have there.
Make a slight right turn onto Academy Drive.
And so a part of the navigation system is you do get to see yourself on a map, you do get the directions, and you do get the traffic information. The traffic information, once again, is a part of the 6-month free subscription when you purchase the vehicle brand new. If you purchase the vehicle pre-owned, that is not included in a pre-owned purchase, just in a new one, but you have the ability to extend that if you'd like. And so notice that you also have your bar that shows you how far you got before that next turn occurs, and that's another good piece of information, especially if you're in hectic traffic like 280, Highway 280 traffic, or maybe sometime downtown Atlanta or something like that, that are on the I-20, 59. That really will help you. That way hey, I need to go ahead and get in this lane or get in that lane, and that kind of a thing. And so that is pretty much how you get the directions and type them. And what I'm going to do is, once we start driving here, I'll let you hear her prompts one more time, and then I'm going to cancel the route, and I'll show you how to do that. And I'm also going to show you how you can set the same kind of destination up with your voice. If you happen to be driving down the road, you can set up directions while you're driving with your voice, so you actually don't need to even look at the vehicle at all, or look at the screen, or type on the screen at all. You can do it 100% with your voice, which is very, very nice feature. Alright, and so as we start going,
Make a slight right turn onto I-20 East. Proceed on I-20 East.
so you can kind of see how that navigation system, it adapts. As you drive the vehicle and you go along the route that you need to go to, the map and what you're viewing will actually change to make it most relevant for where you are and what you're trying to do. So that is a very, very nice feature. Alright, so now that I've shown you how to set the destination up by using the screen, by actually clicking on the home icon to get back here, clicking on navigation, and then typing in the address, I'm going to show you how you can get the directions by using nothing but your voice. It's very simple and easy to do. All you have to do is come over here to the steering wheel, and you want to tap on the voice button that you see right there. We'll let the camera focus. There you go. And so what we'll do is just press that button.
Please say a command.
Destination street address.
In Alabama, say the street address including the city.
1101 Martin Street North, Pell City.
When ready, press the voice button and then say set as destination, or say change something.
So you can either click on that button right there, or keeping with the hands-free theme, you can go back to this voice button, set as destination.
Setting destination.
So it's very, very simple. I'm going to go back and recap exactly how I did that.
Be alert and use voice commands while driving.
Because
The route guidance will start now.
All right, so I want to go back and kind of recap on some of the things that I did and how I did it, because the voice command feature, if you know how to say it in the ways that the sync system wants you to say it, it will be very, very beneficial tool to you. And if you don't know exactly how to say it, it could be a very frustrating system. So I want to take the time to show you what I did. Once again, I pressed this button and I said, destination, street address. What that means is I want to get the destination, I want to get the directions to a specific street address. You can say destination street address, and then once you say that, it says you need to say the full address with the exception of the state. So what I did is I said 1101 Martin Street North, Pell City. Notice that I did not say Pell City, Alabama. I just said Pell City. And so I said the numbers, you're supposed to say them individually. So instead of saying, the way you're supposed to do it is 1101 Martin Street North, Pell City. Notice I did not say 1101 Martin Street North. If you say, you have to say each numeral, each number individually, so that way the system understands it. So make sure you say each number individually, then say the street name, and then say the city that it's in, as long as it's in Alabama. If you say it that way, it will catch it most of the time. Now, if you need to change the state, it's pretty simple on how to do that, and I'll show you how to do that. But first, let's cancel this route. Press that voice button.
Please say a command.
Cancel route.
Are you sure you want to cancel your route?
Yes.
Canceling route.
All right, so now that we're back to the normal system, I'm going to show you how you can set that up. So once you do, to change the state, when you press that voice button,
please say a command.
Destination street address.
In Alabama, say the street address including the city.
1101 Martin Street North, Pell City.
When ready, press the voice button and then say set as destination, or say change something.
Crap, I forgot. Cancel.
Canceling.
Alright, so now I've shown you how to set the destination up again with your voice, but to change the state's pretty simple. Just press that voice
Please
button.
Say a command.
Destination street address.
In Alabama, say the street address including the city.
Change state.
Say the state or province name.
Georgia.
In Georgia, say the street address including the city.
And then you would go back in and say the address to the place just like you did when you were in Alabama. So that's how you change the state if you're wanting to go to a road trip outside of the state of Alabama. It'll automatically set the state to the same state that you're in. So this is probably a feature that you'll rarely use unless you pretty frequently go in and out of the state that you're currently residing in. So I'm going to X out of that, and I want to show you the next thing. So you have, for the navigation, you have destination street address. I'm going to show you how you can get quick directions back to your home. Go to the destination button right there. And what we want to do is we want to set the My Home up. I would recommend that you do that on every vehicle. So what we'll do is we'll click on that, we'll add the address. Now what it's asking you to is we're going to add the entry for the My Home, so we need to set which destination we're going to use. So let's just say that we want to look at all the destinations that we've previously used and that we've only happened to have done the one. So we'll select that one, and then we will add that to it. So it looks like it's got that set up. You just tap on there, and that's got our home set up, My Home. So now that we have My Home set up, we'll go back to this menu right here. And when you click on My Home, it automatically pulls up where you are, or where your home address is. So if you want to get quick directions to there, all you have to do is hit that same voice button.
Please say a command.
Destination My Home.
Setting destination.
And it automatically takes you to the directions right back to your house.
The route guidance will start now.
It's a very quick and easy way to do it. That way, if you're ever lost and you just need a little bit of a jump start to get to where you need to go, you can just hit that voice button and say destination my home. Even if you don't feel comfortable putting your actual address as your home address, I would set it to a nearby address, maybe someone else's home, or maybe 3 or 4 houses up the street or something like that. But because of how easy that is to just say that voice button, destination my home, I would recommend you setting up your home into that. So what we'll do is I'm going to show you how to cancel a route once you've started it. I've already shown you how to do that with your voice. I'm going to show you how to do it with the screen now. Tap on the navigation bar. And then what you want to do is you want to click on DEST for destination, and you want to cancel route. And then just confirm it. There you go, that route has been canceled now. Now that we've shown you how to do the My Home, we've shown you how to set up favorites. Works just like the My Home, except for you only have one My Home. You have multiple favorites, like your brother's house, your sister's house, your cousin's house, all those different things, or maybe places that you go on a frequent basis. Previous destinations, you click on there, and it shows you all of the previous places that you've set destinations for. We're going to skip over the points of interest. I tell you what, let's go ahead and go into that. The points of interest, once you click on there, you have all these different amenities that you can have directions to, like a fuel station, ATMs, you can do restaurants, all these different things. When you click on it, it will automatically pull it up, and you can see all of the different options right there. Now, to get the address to one, you just click on it. Select your location, because there's more than one Wells Fargo. Let's say we want to go that one right there. It pulls it up exactly where it's located, and then just hit set as destination, and you're automatically getting directions to it. You also have the ability to tap on the phone number right there. Maybe you can't tap on it, but let's see. You have the ability to look at it. You have the address there, and you can also voice activate that call if that phone is active. As you can see, I haven't added my phone in here, but you would typically have the ability to click on that, and you'll be able to make that phone call. So that's the reason I can't show that to you right now, because my phone's not paired up. But your sales consultant will have your phone paired up for you, or you can watch earlier in the video to show you how to pair the phone up. Pretty easy stuff. So what we'll do is we'll go back here and look at a couple of the other POIs, points of interest, and you can scroll through, look at parking and coffee house shopping, electronics, parks, airports. I mean, you can see it's got lots of different stuff in there, and that is all included with the navigation system. Emergency is exactly what it sounds like. You can get police and hospital destinations. Just click on police and it'll pull it up. All of the Bessemer crime prevention, the Bessemer PD, lots of different things. You can click on hospital. You can get directions and make phone calls to the hospitals, all right here, UAB Medical West, because we're located here in Bessemer. You can get all of that. You can sort them from alphabetical to distance, whatever you'd like to do. We'll go back one more, and you can see here that you also have the ability to type in the street address. We just went over that a few minutes ago, so I'm not going to show you that again. You have the intersection. This is great if you don't know the address, the exact address to where you're going, but you want to set up the intersection, like the intersection of Academy Drive and Bessemer Superhighway. And so you can get directions to that intersection without actually having to know a street name, street number, rather. That's only if you have the street name. City center is exactly what it sounds like. If you want to get to the city center of Birmingham, you can just type it out. Birmingham. And that looks... We'll go ahead and click right there. Just click Birmingham. And then you can get your destination, set your destination up to the very center of Birmingham, Alabama, or whatever city that you have chosen there. So that pretty much takes care of the navigation system that you have here. And then also you can always go back to your map right here to show you where you are. Alright, so the next thing that I want to show you that's a part of the navigation system is the Sirius Travel Link. This is a subscription-based portion, subscription-based feature that you get when you have a navigation system. Not the MyFord Touch, but the navigation itself. So you'll click on the navigation to access your Sirius Travel Link. and click Menu, and then you have Sirius Travel Link. Then when this pulls up, you have all these different features that are included in the Sirius Travel Link subscription. Once again, if you purchase the vehicle brand new, this will be included at no extra charge for you for 6 months. After the 6 months, you have the ability to renew or to let that lapse, either one. You can look at the traffic that's either on a specific route. We don't have a destination set up, so it's not going to. That option is not highlighted for us. But if we were in the middle of a destination or a navigation, you would be able to click on that. Traffic nearby is exactly what it sounds like. It tells you how the traffic is locally. You have fuel prices. It'll actually sort and sift all of the different fuel prices for the vehicle. And you can see there's a lot of information that's still loading that screen up. But you have movie listings. You can get the times. You can have the weather, sports information, and even ski conditions. So pretty neat stuff. Let's start with the traffic nearby. You click on that, and it shows you all of the different incidences that are going on right now, and they're sorted by distance. You can sort them by the incident, and you can also sort them by A to Z. I didn't mean to click on that, but you can kind of see how that works out. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the actual traffic incidents. This is, once you have the vehicle, you'll be able to play with this and kind of get a little more familiar with it. We'll go back, and we'll take a look at the fuel prices. And as you can see, it may take several minutes to pull the fuel prices for the very first time because it's getting a lot of data up from the satellite system, the Sirius satellite system. So we'll skip that and we'll go on to the next one. But you do have the ability to look at all the different fuel prices, and it works very similar to the nearby traffic. It'll actually tell you how much the gas is, where it's located, the directions to it, and you can even get the phone number and call the place. But we'll skip down to the movie listings. It's exactly what it sounds like. You click on movie listings and it automatically pulls up all of the different theaters that you have local. And let's say you wanted to go to the Premier Cinema Taney Hill. Just click on there. It'll show you all of the different information to show you where it's located. It'll give you the phone number, and you can call that if you have the phone paired up to it. You can even click show times, and you can look and see what movies are playing at exactly what time. You can see Monsters, Inc. is playing at 2:20, The Guilt Trip at 2:35, 5, 7:20, and 9:45, so on and so on. So you have lots of different fun information that is included at the Sirius Travel Link at no extra charge for the first 6 months. Pretty cool stuff there. All right, and we'll go back to this menu right here. We'll click on the weather. You have a couple different options for the weather. You have a current weather. As you can see, we've kind of got a nasty day out today. You have a 5-day weather forecast that tells you what the weather's going to look like. And then you even have a map that will show you exactly what the weather map would look like if you were looking at it on the news. And as you can see, you have the cloud information with, you can see where we're located. You can see the cloud information. We can zoom out, and you can really take a look at a lot of really nice things. You can look at the radar, the storm. You can see the cold fronts and the hot front, warm fronts. You can tell I'm not a weatherman, but you can see all of that weather information right there. All of that is a part of the Sirius Travel Link. So what we'll do is we'll look at the sports information. You can, because there's so many different things you can do with this. You can set up my teams, and you can look at individual sports. Let's just look at NFL, since we're getting close to, when we recorded this, we're getting close to the playoffs. You can see what the scores were. You can see the schedule, and you can even see headlines. So you can see who's about to play, and then you can even look at the headlines on what's going on in the NFL right now. Broncos McCoy agrees to coach the Chargers. Pretty neat stuff. All, once again, included in the Sirius Travel Link for 6 months. And then the last thing is the ski conditions is exactly what it sounds like. If you guys are going skiing, you can see the base depth average. You can see the snow conditions, the weather conditions. Not such a useful function here in Alabama unless you like to go to Colorado quite often, but this is a pretty neat deal that you can have here if you do like to go on vacations pretty frequently. And so that pretty much concludes the Sirius Travel Link. The next feature that I'm going to go over with you is the Sync Services. And now the Sync Services is the alternate to the navigation system If you don't have the navigation system and you have MyFord Touch, you have the ability to go with the Sync Services, which still gives you the turn-by-turn directions, still gives you the sports information, the weather, the movie listings. All that fun stuff is still there, but it's included over the voice. And so I will just demonstrate that to you next on this very next section. So let's go back to the home screen. Alright, so now that I've shown you how to use that, what I want to show you now is the Sync Services. The Sync Services is a subscription-based portion of the MyFord Touch that your vehicle may or may not, you may or may not be entitled to a free 3-year trial period of the Sync Services, but do know that you have the ability to purchase those for only $60 per year. So $60 buys you 12 months and 20 operator assist sessions, and I'll show you exactly what those are about. So without further ado, to access the Sync Services, it's all voice activated. Nothing's on the screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the voice button right here. Just press it.
Please say a command.
Services.
Connecting.
Services. Which service do you want?
Directions to home.
Directions to home. If that's not right, press the voice button and say go back.
And so what the Sync Services is
Now you want to get your location.
it's actually using my cell phone. As you can see right here, it connects to Sync's cloud using my cell phone. It makes a quick phone call, and then what happens is you tell it what you're trying to do. Whether it's I want to get directions to my house, directions to another favorite saved location, directions to a street address, traffic information, whether it's a business listing that you need searching for. It uses your cell phone, and then once it finds the information that you need, it will actually download that information to the Sync system.
Sending route.
And so right now it's getting directions back to my house. It's saving them onto the MyFord Touch system. And then once it's got the route, I can start driving, and it'll tell me exactly how to get there, just like if it's a navigation system. The only difference is you're not able to see yourself on the map.
Proceed to Ford Parkway and head toward Academy Drive. Then route guidance will start.
And so what we'll do, just so you can kind of see exactly how that system works, I'm going to go ahead and start driving a little bit, so that way you can kind of see how the the Sync Services feature works on the MyFord Touch system. So as you can see, we're saying we're not on the actual road.
Download complete. You may now use your phone.
Now you heard her. Once the the directions for the download has been...
Continue on Ford Parkway for 300 feet and then turn left to Ford Parkway. Turn left to Ford Parkway and then turn right to Academy Drive.
And so you can see it works very much like a navigation system. It literally tells you turn by turn how to get to where you need to go. The only difference is you don't see the map of exactly...
Turn right to Academy Drive and then turn left to I-20 westbound. Go 0.2 of a mile and turn left to I-20 westbound and then merge to Highway I-20 westbound.
So as you can see, once you've downloaded the directions to the vehicle, it no longer is using your cell phone minutes anymore. Like you saw it was using my cell phone minutes just a minute ago. It's no longer doing that anymore.
I-20 westbound and then merge to Highway I-20 westbound.
So as you can see, it works just like a navigation system does. I actually really particularly like the Sync Services, and the reason for that is because it is always getting the information, the most up-to-date information from Sync's cloud. And so you never have to worry about...
Highway I-20 westbound.
You never have to worry about updating the maps on your navigation system or
Go 2 miles
anything
and
like that.
exit to the right to exit 106 toward 459 northbound.
And so you can see how easy it is to use the Sync the sync services, all of that is built right into the system, and everyone has access to it. Whether you have the free 3 years of subscription to it, you need to talk to your sales consultant on the regulations and things like that. But every vehicle that has the MyFord Touch has the ability to have this sync services as a bare minimum feature. So it's really, really nice that I've enjoyed. Now, if
Go 1.5 miles and exit to the right to exit 106 toward 459 northbound.
If you decide that you no longer want the directions, you just come back over here to this voice button.
Please say a command.
Cancel route.
Are you sure you want to cancel your route?
Yes.
Canceling route. Route canceled.
So as you can see, it works very similar to the way the navigation system works with the voice commands. But the thing is that it's only voice command and that you don't get to see yourself on a map. But I particularly really like the sync services. I'm going to show you while we're driving, and I've got Josh holding the camera. I'm going to show you a couple other features of the sync services that you have the ability to do. So let's hit that button right there.
Please say a command.
Services. Anytime you want to activate anything in services,
Connecting.
you just press that voice button, say services, and then you have all of the ability to...
Services. Which service do you want?
What can I say?
What service was that?
Help.
You're at the services menu. When you hear the service you want, press the voice button and say it. Traffic, directions, business search, sports, news, weather, stock quotes, travel, entertainment, and favorites. If you're done with services, press and hold the phone button to disconnect.
Business search.
Business search. Say a city and state. Say search near me, or say operator.
Bessemer, Alabama.
Bessemer, Alabama. What business or type of business?
Ruby Tuesdays.
Okay, Ruby Tuesday at 808 Academy Drive, 205-425-3152. Say directions or connect me.
Connect me.
Thanks for calling Ruby Tuesday from Bessemer. This is Ethan.
Yes, what time are you guys open till tonight?
What is the Monday?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Tuesday. We close at 11.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
And so you see the sync services feature has got a lot of very, very beneficial features. You can search for any kind of businesses. You can get the stock quotes. You can get so much information, and it's all built right into the voice activation. So that's the other reason that I prefer the sync services, is because I get distracted very easily by looking at something on a screen. But everything that I've shown you here is all based on the voice commands, and so that is one of the things that I do particularly like about it, is that you do have that all at the touch of one finger, and you have that just all you have to do is hit the button and say what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and then sync will take care of it for you. So it's a very, very nice feature. I'm going to go back into it and show you some more features.
Please say a command.
Services.
Connecting.
And once again, if you can just remember services, then you can say help if you
Services.
want.
Which service do you want?
Operator assist.
What service was that?
Operator assist.
Sorry, say a service or say, what are my choices?
Operator.
Sorry, I still didn't get that. Say the name of a service, or for a list of services, say, what are my choices?
What are my choices?
To interrupt at any time, press the voice button. Here's all your choices. Traffic, directions, business search, sports, news, weather, stock quotes, travel, entertainment, and favorites.
Directions.
directions. You recently got directions to your home point. Do you want me to give you directions there from your current location?
No.
First, say the city and state you're going to, say operator, or say a saved point.
Operator.
Operator, got it. I can connect you to an operator for more help. You have 20 operator assist sessions available for the remainder of your Sync Services subscription. For details and options for adding more sessions, visit syncmyride.com. Do you want to connect to an operator now?
Yes.
Okay, hang on while I connect you. Press the voice button to cancel. Sync Services, city and state your destination, please.
Yes, Pell City, Alabama. How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing just fine.
Thank you. What can I help you find in Pell City, Alabama?
I am looking for the Chick-fil-A, or no, is there a Bojangles in Pell City? I think they just opened.
One moment.
I think they just opened one up.
I have one coming up on Martin Street South.
That's the one I'm looking for. Can you connect me?
I can send the phone number and the address to your vehicle, and you can just go ahead and say connect me, and it'll connect you to the phone number.
That's perfect. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, Bojangles at 2028 Martin Street South. The number is 205-338-4172. You can say tracking directions or connect.
And so I'm going to turn down I'm going to turn the volume down so I can kind of explain what just happened. Now, you notice that we did a business search first time for Ruby Tuesdays. Then the second time we came around and said, you know what, I want to talk to a real live human. Well, with your free subscription on the Sync Services, you get 20 free operator assists, where you talk to an actual live human being, and just in case for some reason the business search has a hard time hearing you, or you can't find exactly what you're looking for, you can't remember the name or can't remember something, you can talk to a real live human, and they will tell you and walk you through exactly what it is you're looking for. And as you can see, they're very nice and very courteous people that is happy to take care of whatever driving information that you need. So some pretty cool information. You have also a lot more information that you can use in the Sync Services, and I challenge you to go on there and actually explore it. You know, with the news and the sports scores and things like that, I challenge you to just go in there and once again hit the voice button, say services, and then from when you're in services, you can either say help or you can say what are my choices. Then once you've done that, it'll tell you all the different things you can do, and you need to play with it, because literally there's not enough time in the day for me to show you everything all at one time, because literally the options are nearly endless. So take a look at that, and we're glad that you can join us with this video today. If you do have any more further questions, you can reach me. Once again, my name is Mitchell Watts with Town & Country Ford in Bessemer, Alabama. Please make sure to like and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. It's very, very important that you do that so we can make sure we can spread this video around to other people. And please leave us some comments if you have any questions about the MyFord Touch system, maybe something we didn't touch on you'd like to know about. Leave that comment in the comments below, and we'll make sure that we respond to you in the comment as well. So thank you very much. We appreciate you joining us today, and everybody have a blessed day.